The bump to bar project was a pretty prime example of just how I get in the way of myself. You know, like my fear of like, oh, like I don't know how to do this. Oh, I don't know how that's gonna work. Like that put off that project for months. And it ended up, can you see it from here? No, you can't. It's through the trees right there. But it ended up like perfect. Like it exceeded all my expectations. That's also kind of what's going on in a less exciting sense because it's not skateboarding related, but with the whole like beautification of this upper tier. Last video, I sort of took the leap and started by planting those last 4 olive martinis because we had these 5. I put those in about 5 or 6 months ago. Went through and got these 4, dug the holes, put those in, and that was sort of my attempt at breaking the seal and taking the initiative to just start this. I'm sort of at the next crossroads though, where I'm like, I have all these ideas, but I just don't know where to start. So that's sort of what we're doing today, is just starting. And for some reason, it helps a lot when I film it, when I document it, because in my head, it forces me to finally do it, you know? That means you guys are coming on this journey with me. Oh, a new hot tub cover came in, finally. This was the old hot tub cover that was just slowly but surely disintegrating, like literally disintegrating. This finally came in. It took like, what, 4 months for it to arrive, but it's here. I briefly talked about it in the last video about... I didn't talk about... I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, just... Whoops. I don't know what happened. I was just driving up the driveway and all of a sudden I just... the wall came out of nowhere. Whoopsies. Cue the comment, oh my god, you're ruining a perfectly good 240. It is my car that I bought with my money to learn how to drift. It's gonna get crashed. I just want to be the one to crash it. I'm looking for a rake. I have a metal one. I don't know which one's better for pine needles, this plasticky one, or yeah, I got this one. Ow, whoops. We'll just bring them both. Also, don't get me wrong about the 240. I absolutely love this car. It is a beautiful car. I'm not just gonna like trash it, but I am going to drive it, and cars are meant to be driven. I'm gonna drive it hard, but I still do maintain it and take care of it because I love it. That being said, I'm still gonna have fun. There's a reason that I prioritize this side and not that side. This side, oh, there's the bump to bar. This side has a little more no-nos. You don't wanna go that way because that is a cliff. All of the footage where I'm like messing around in the driveway, I'm very hesitant of this direction because that's just a dirt wall. We can hit that all day. One of the main reasons I'm going all gung-ho on the yard work is because it's been raining. Any sort of digging or pickaxing or shaping of the land is a million times easier when it's wet like this. So I'm trying to use this window of rainy weather we're having to get all the labor done. So let's go over my idea. If we come down here, you can see that there's a little opening from the deck into this, you know, really cool water feature, just this area. I've mentioned it time and time again that upper tier up there has the best views on the property. Right now, there's really not a way up. Like that's I don't know, what, 2.5 foot. Like able-bodied youngins are able to make it up just fine. But if we have family over, parents, grandparents, whatever, depending on like physical condition, you can't make it up there. Kind of the same thing over here. This is the closest thing to a path. Like at one point there's those stepping stones, but those just take you to here, and then you're sort of left with another like 2.5 foot step, and there's no like proper way up there. We really want there to be. We want a pathway that goes through here, kind of weaves around, probably move the bird bath, ends you up right there. This is a placeholder because the whole thing moves. Don't look at me like that. Probably get a couple more of those big rocks to make a proper bottom stair and then pack it in with dirt so it, you know, it kind of blends in with all of those terraces, whatever. Path, proper stairs that take you up, and then mask out a path here, like outline it with rocks. Path. These steps are fine. Path. Sounds like you're saying pass with a lisp. Path. Oh god, that's stupid. Okay. A path comes up here, and then it opens you up. We don't know the size or shape of it yet, but we want like an actual formed seating area. Whether that's made with DG, which is decomposed granite, which is what we did at the LA house, or just pea gravel, or we don't know yet. We want like bender board or edging. We all love edging. Something to actually mask out an area that we're gonna fill with whatever. But again, like all of that is so overwhelming, and I don't know where to start. So I think the first step here is just gonna be to kind of move everything and just start. Cause I mean, look at those views. Or should I say, look at that view though. I also feel like anytime I do these sort of projects, I always do, and it sounds repetitive to a lot of you. Well, it is repetitive. I always want to preface it with like, since moving out of LA and moving up here, the biggest goal for me is like learning how to do things and developing new skills, and that means doing them myself. And doing things myself for the first time usually results in me, you know, not doing things properly, making mistakes, doing things, you know, not the right way. And I'm fine with that. Like I'm telling you guys that I'm going to make mistakes. I will say though, that goes hand in hand with part of the reason I love documenting it is because, believe it or not, you'd never guess, there's a lot of smarter people out there than me, that their profession may be landscaping, or at least they're more well-versed than I am. By documenting these projects and doing them in multiple stages or parts or whatever, it allows me to read through the comments on each episode to, you know, learn what to do for the next episode, if that makes sense. Oh, I know there's spiders in this. There's some sort of creatures in that, bro. Ew. This is a good example though. We put this out here to watch a meteor shower one night and just lay right there and look up at the stars, because it was just, there's the lighting, or the lack of lighting up here makes looking at the sky unreal, but it's just, I mean, it's just nasty, and we want something kind of neat and nice. I feel like first and foremost, we should just start with a blank canvas, because all of these rocks that we dug up in the last video can be used for the rest of the project. Yeah, this is good for my back. Damn it, that would have been really cool if I didn't miss. Oh, okay. Who would have thought that a wheelbarrow full of rocks is heavy? Wow, okay. There we go. That's all the rocks. I don't even know the point of what I'm doing right now. It's just like my undiagnosed OCD. It needs all the dirt to be like away. Even though we're gonna be digging in a second, I just need this to look like cleaner. See, isn't that starting to look a little better once that dries at least? The answer is yes, in case you were wondering. All right. See, that looks better, dude. There's really no point to cleaning that up because we're gonna be building over there, but better. All right, so now we have a relatively clean slate here. Honestly, just cleaning up the rocks and dirt actually helped. Well, I guess I moved the fire pit and the chairs and everything, because that really opened it up. Got our big old pile of rocks here, which that's gonna be nice for forming the edges of the pathway. And here is our blank canvas. And this is kind of where the fun part. I don't know why I hesitated so much saying that. Figuring out like the shape of the thing, whether it's pea gravel or lava rock or DG. Do we want like a perfect circle where we have like the fire pit in the middle and chairs around it? Or do we want this sort of like free form shape that, you know, because I don't know. My dad gave me an idea, and it's to use hoses, either a hose or multiple hoses, and use that to like make some shapes and see how it looks. Something worth remembering here is that I'm a stubborn little weenie that refuses to rent a tractor tractor or an excavator or anything, which is really just making my life harder, but that's fine. Because of that though, we really have to keep, what's that called? Like the topography, like the levelness in mind, because any digging or, you know, digging in, that's gonna be by hand with a pickaxe or a shovel. Come on, Mr. Tree, or Mrs. Tree, sorry. 2024, can't be doing that. This should be a lot. I think this is like 200 feet of hose. 200 feet of hose. It's a lot of hose. Like, where do I even start? Okay, so we're gonna have a pathway that can go kind of wherever. I guess it comes down to like, where is the best seating? Like, where do you want to be here? And I would say like this area, amazing views of our neighbor's yard that those hedges will help with, amazing views of our property, also amazing views of oak trees. It's hard not to have amazing views up here. I mean, this is actually best case scenario because this would be the most level section of the yard. We're gonna play the game though, so we're walking up here. Walk. This is my walking. These are what I do when I walk. What if we had, see, like, dude, there's so many options here. Like, we can do like a sick little curvy path and plant not a big tree, but like plant something there, like a feature. So let's play that game. We curve around, and we curve around and have, okay, you know what? We're gonna set the hose up there. We're gonna play out this idea. So we're kind of just laying everything out. Taylor's here helping me with the architectural design. We wanted to first map out a perfect circle, and I put that in quotes because like we're just using a hose right now. Taylor likes the idea of having it centered here because then if you have people by the hammock or you have people by the fountain, like you're still in a central area, whereas originally I had said this might be nice just view-wise, but that is kind of separated.
Chairs over here too eventually, so
yeah, we want to clear like all that out.
I think we need to have both seating areas right next to each other.
That's true, but due to the slope right there, this is sort of like oddly that way if we want that perfect circle. So I think now we're gonna mess around with the free-form shape and see what that gives us with here, see where that puts us. We're finally getting into winter, which means they gotta have their little jackets, and Kona has like a sick little Carhartt one, and my Milo has a reindeer one.
He has a Carhartt too, but I thought this would be more cozy.
Yeah. What's it say on it?
I ate Santa's cookies. He would.
Yeah, he would. Hi guys.
Kona has the same one.
Yeah, oh yeah, they do, I forgot, they have matching reindeer ones. Hi dude. Hi. After a lot of deliberation, we have the shape. Okay, ready? Ready? 3, 2, hear us out. We're keeping the original circle, so it's still here as opposed to over there, which was the initial plan, but we added some imperfection. It's sort of like a free-form pool, you know what I mean? So from the pathway here, the pathway is gonna go into this little indent here to take you into the pit. The path is also gonna split and come around, follow the curvature of the earth, and then go that way because we're gonna have seating over there. But this sort of free-form shape that we have, it's perfect. We don't need like an excavator or anything because we're avoiding the high side over there. So this is it. I just gotta pickaxe out the trench for the bender board, and I mean that's kind of it really. Okay, I think we need bender board. Or what's it? I always called it bender board, but I guess it's called edging material. Maybe don't Google edging material. One thing I have to do first. I know it's in here. Why don't I see it? Oh, I see it. This thing. Funny story behind this thing. I mean, I guess not like funny story necessarily, but just some story on it. From what I remember, this was actually my grandfather's before he passed away. Actually, I think before he passed away, he gave it to my mom. It was her dad. The reason I remember that is because I have like vivid middle school memories of my mom using this thing to make, because she was a volunteer PE teacher at my middle school. She used this thing to map out a baseball field, but keep in mind my mom doesn't really know much about sports, which is definitely where I get that trait from, because neither do I. And she measured everything using this, and she set up the bases backwards, so taught all these middle schoolers to play baseball backwards. So I remember her having this thing for, years and years and years as a kid. And I guess once we got the house up here, I think she dropped it off here just because we have storage. And I've used it for a lot, like when we measured out the little foundation for the pool, when we had the pool set up for summer. This little thing is super handy. That yellow tape right there is to mark 5 feet. So 1 full rotation until that yellow comes back around, that is 5 feet right there. And you can see where this is going. I'm gonna measure the outside of it because I'd rather have a little bit extra. We'll have this be our starting point, and then we come around. We got 5, 10, 15, 45, 50, and I mean, we'll round up to 55 there. 55 feet of edging material. All right, to Home Depot. All right, quick heart to heart. I'll make it quick because I know not everyone loves them. I mean, I just want to say thank you. Thanks to everyone watching. Thank you to my channel members. It's still crazy to me that I can like post content like this that is so far off from what I was posting, you know, not even a year ago, honestly. Never in a million years did I think that I would be able to at least relatively sustain myself truly posting what I want. You know, for so long in my life, I've been niched into skateboarding, which I mean, I've said this a million times, but I'll always be a skateboarder. I skate, you know, I don't want to say every day. I don't think I skate every day, like multiple times a week for sure. Like skateboarding will forever be a part of me. It'll forever be a part of my content. But again, it's not all I do or all I want to be. And for so long, I really was like, if it wasn't skate content, I wouldn't post it. So to be able to sort of branch out into this new realm of, you know, DIY, learning, home improvement, metalwork, welding, fabrication, like all of this, it's a blessing. So just wanted to thank you guys for being here, tuning in, watching my videos. Yeah, see, that wasn't too bad to sit through, huh? Home Depot, yum. Nope, that's Red Robin. I sort of just wandered into the garden section because that's where it's gonna be, right? Oh, I think we're getting close. Edging. Oh man, I have options. There's different kinds, you say. I wasn't prepared for all this. I also found this, which is, I think this, okay, I'm not even gonna take credit for this. I called my dad and asked for help. He recommended to not get that thin stuff that was in the rolls, but to get this thicker material, because that'll hold up better. And you can see it has those channels that it'll lock it together. These come in 20-foot sections, so quick maths, I need 3. And he said that he was able to bend it enough to fit in his little truck bed. He's gonna be mad that I called it a little truck. He has a little teeny truck. He has a little Tacoma. You know, it's nice, just not quite as manly as my Tundra. All right, I need one of these. Yeah, this is practical. I have it on the cart, but it's just gonna be dragging 10 feet behind me. 1, 2, 3, and now we need these, and according to my own calculations, that doesn't have anything to do with me calling my dad and asking, 30 to 40 stakes. There we go. We got 35 stakes, and we got good luck to me getting this in my truck. All right, I have an idea. I just paid. I'm gonna go pull my truck up, and I'm saying what we do is, where is it? Yeah, right here. We can pull down the back window, open up the shell. We got this. Don't doubt the Tundra. We still have like 10 feet hanging out the back, but I should be able to just bend them in. Oops, I didn't realize I took you guys out. Look at that, baby. We're good. Uh-oh. I gotta move you guys. Yeah. That's safe, right? It's time to... Dude, the sun sets too early, man. It's 2:57. It's not even 3 o'clock yet. The sun is like setting. We have like an hour and a half, 2 hours until sunset. But with the clouds, it's like already getting dusky. Dusky, is that a word? These things look like they're spring loaded, bro. Just open it, just... Oh, God. Okay. This is the most efficient way to unload a truck. Alright, so now we are in Uncharted territory for me. I will say, which I've said this before too, but another reason we've been holding off on this for so long is that getting whatever we decide to use, whether that's gravel, DG, anything, it is so hard. It's gonna be like impossible to get it up here, because again, there's no, okay, not impossible, obviously, a wheelbarrow can't make it up. Like the wheelbarrow that I got up here, I had to lift up all those 3-foot steps, you know what I mean? It's too steep. Like there's nowhere that we could make like a plywood ramp, really. I mean, like maybe no, because that's like a 3-foot drop. So I was thinking maybe that way if we just put a bunch of plywood up there, but it's like there's it's no wonder it hasn't been landscaped before, because getting truckloads of anything is just gonna suck. But we're gonna have to do it. Like if we want to do all of this as DG, we're gonna have to get it dumped right there and then do like 5-gallon buckets or something. I don't know, dude, because if we're doing like 2 or 3 or 4 inches of DG on that, like that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot of trips, because like over here, I mean, that's like the wide angle lens doesn't do it justice. That's steep. Like a wheelbarrow full of DG is not going up or down that. That's gonna be interesting. But again, circling back to what I said at the beginning of the video, if I keep just dwelling on these things that I haven't figured out yet, we're never gonna start it. So I'll figure it out when the time comes, I guess. I gotta get the bender board up here though. I hope this stuff is scratch resistant. I guess it doesn't really matter, honestly. Okay, so again, uncharted territory, according to my dad. And again, my dad is what I want to be. Not to toot your horn, Dad, but master of none. How's it go? Master of none, like a jack of all trades. He's not really, he's not good at anything. No, he's not great at anything, but he's good at a lot of things. That's what I want to be, like able to do everything. Even though like a professional can definitely do it better. He told me that 1 inch of this should be underground, and the rest of it, you know, I'll have to dig out that side a little bit deeper, because that's a little bit taller than that by like a couple inches. So I mean, like, see what do I do? Do I just start going into town with the pickaxe? What? I gotta dig a trench thing, a divot. I'm pretty much 100% sure that I could have done this in a quarter of the time had I rented some tools. Like, there's a tool to dig trenches and everything, right? But then again, like, I don't really need a full trench. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know that we were able to get it done. I just sort of dug a little, I don't know if trench is the right word, but for the bender board to sit in, and then I was kind of going in with a, shovel, pickaxe, rake, depending on what I needed to remove on the inside to get it relatively level. And again, as you'll see throughout this series, it really doesn't have to be perfectly level at all. We're not doing like concrete work or like the above ground pool where the foundation had to be perfect. It is just going to be some rocks. It took a while. We did it. It's done. Dude, talk about edging. Look at this. The stakes aren't in. This is kind of just a placeholder to get the general shape of it. I want Taylor to give me the okay, make sure we're set on it. That's gonna happen tomorrow because the sun is going away. But great. Come on! I messed with like adjusting it and having it come inward a little bit on both ends, but it made it wonky. We're really short. I mean, 2 feet, 2.5 feet, and that's it. I don't know how I measured wrong because I got 60 feet. Maybe the backwards baseball field measure is just cursed. It's looking good though. Obviously, it's not like it doesn't have to be perfectly level, and as a matter of fact, we want it on a slight grade for draining and everything. I didn't rent a tractor or machinery or really anything. I used hand tools, so it's as good as it can get in that sense. Pretty much did the same thing that I did to lay the sand foundation for the pool that we took down for winter. Obviously, we'll put it back up next summer. And that had to actually be level, like perfectly level, because we put like a huge above ground pool on it. And if it's slightly unlevel, it's a problem. I got that pretty damn perfect for just using hand tools. This one, I have a lot more leeway with this because it doesn't have to be perfect because we're just putting pebbles or rocks or DG or something over it. Tomorrow, I'm gonna see if they have like because I really don't want to buy another 20-foot sheet just for 2 feet. We'll see. Aside from that, I mean, I don't know if you can get low enough, but that was the high side, so I did a lot of digging that way and pretty much none there. And I mean, I haven't gone through and actually measured it with a level. It's not necessary, but to the eyeball, it looks great. It looks fine. Shape-wise, I mean, all is looking good. I'm proud of it. I put some bender board up, sick. On that note, I don't know how this video is gonna come out. I sort of was just digging all day, but it is not a bad place to dig. Look at that view though. Olive martinis, the shrubs are coming in. This is gonna be really sick. We're open to suggestions as to what we should fill it with, you know what I mean? We like the idea of like a flagstone pathway up to this, and then a flagstone pathway around to that seating area over there. A lot of options. To be able to have the freedom to have this many options is like, it's unreal, man. It's like a playground to learn how to DIY things, and I'm like loving every second of all these projects. So I think I said it already in this video, but thank you guys for watching. Channel members, thank you. As always, I'm sure I gave you sneak peeks of this. There we have it. It kind of looks like I'm putting in a pool. Dude, the old Garrett, the clickbait YouTuber Garrett would be like, surprise, what'd I do? I'd make it seem like I'm adding a pool somehow. Like a skatable pool though. But no, we're just, we're not doing that. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you next video. Peace out.